It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features the Saints' sure-handed wide receiver, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Saints and the Hawks, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down. And you look at this Saints defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
With the lack of pass defense, they do make up for it in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Underneath, caught by Anderson, the tight end. And he goes out right around the 39. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Underneath, caught by Anderson, the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got it. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
McCaffrey will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. And no return here for Perry. That'll be a touchback. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. The numbers for Gibbs from last week: 22 carries, 58 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. The Saints sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And he is going to have the Saints first down. They only needed 1, but it ends up being a gain of 6 and moves the chains. Now Mahomes. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Saints are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
All right, we've been together long enough. You were seeing the same thing I was seeing. The mindset there was, I think there's a space. Time for me to take it and go.
Yeah, we saw what he saw. I think first he said, wait, let me tuck this, get a first down. Then the lane was there. He said, I'm going to the end zone.
Yeah, no sense stopping at that point, was there? He ended up taking it all the way. A really nice piece of running.
Group B able to add the PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Left side complete to Lockett. And out across midfield down to the 45. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Underneath, caught by Anderson, the tight end. To give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And try to find Jackson Smith and Jigba. Third down here. You look at the Saints defense. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that the score 14-7.
And no return here for Perry. That'll be a touchback.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
And we'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
A gain of 7. And the Saints first down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Saints 7.
The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Complete to Olave on the out route.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 5. First down, New Orleans.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
On first down, Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Perry. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A.T. Perry
from 6 yards away.
And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Another point after, good by Groupie.
And we are tied at 14.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff, you got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that time and change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. Fights off the defender. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. This one taken in by Olave. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Ball start, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. To throw, it's Mahomes.
It gets it right back to Mayer.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Mahomes to throw once more. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes.
That is caught by Dell.
And he'll be stopped right there at the 28. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
1st down, New Orleans.
They go play fake. Mahomes.
To the left side, there's Mayer.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
Throw right side, pulled in by Mayer.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his big catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Gibbs on the toss left.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Again, it's Gibbs.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Jahmyr Gibbs with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Groupie for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A 10-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 7 from the 20.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So here are the Saints to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Touchdown, Saints. Take down a 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And the lead now up to 14. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And out now come the Seahawks.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Inside the 20. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And now they are in prime position, 1st and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points. Gibbs will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Here's Groupie for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Groupie for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
8 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 2. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Derek Forrest on the coverage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A quick throw there is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's complete to Dell. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start by heading out west, State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. The Cards locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head east to check out the Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. Justin Herbert, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Mac Jones has thrown a touchdown pass. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Now, the Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Nifty move. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Perry on the move to the right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he gets it down to the 32. 68 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Mahomes firing complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Meanwhile, Mahomes, and this throw brought in here by Mayer. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now Mahomes. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Mahomes to throw on second down. He completes it to Olave. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
But it's 3rd down.
Mahomes going to throw. Touchdown! Chris Olave from 6 yards away. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
A point after, good by Groupie. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Anderson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
Now back to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Tyson Campbell.
He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his third touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
The partner still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
First down, New Orleans.
It gets it right back to Mayer.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
They'll run with Gibbs.
Stop short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. 2nd and goal from the 1.
They'll try to run with Gibbs.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Juwan Johnson.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the...
He's got a man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Michael Gallup, 71 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize. But when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, That's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Mahomes now on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On second down, here's Gibbs.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Got it. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 42.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He finds Smith-Njigba.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Going right back to Smith-Njigba.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line.
And that's good for another Seahawks.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
And he's got Smith-Njigba.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control.
Touchdown, Seahawks! A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
And no return here for Perry. That'll be a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And some room to maneuver. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
A gain there of 21 yards. But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 on the Seahawks 32-yard line.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, and Mayer hauls it in. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Touchdown, Saints. Tank Dell with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
The point after, goodbye groupie. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And the numbers for him, pretty solid, really. He's run it well. He's caught it pretty well, but they're still far behind the 8 ball on the scoreboard.
Not able to use his talents, as you noted, to narrow the gap in the scoreboard. Sometimes it's a bend but don't break, right? He gets his yardage, that's cool, but it's not paying off on the scoreboard. They're not getting the points necessary. And if you're a defensive team, you'll give up that yardage for the kind of lead they have.
That's what I was going to ask you. Sometimes you say, let this guy do his thing. Let's control what we can control elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Take away the rest of the guys. Don't let them hurt you as well. But the biggest one is they've contained him well enough that they've been able to increase their lead.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
At the Saints 47-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. That's complete to Dell. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On the give, here's Gibbs.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And he is going to have a Saints first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Got his man, Dell.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for New Orleans,
they climbed to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
It's Week 10 of the NFL, and we'll see the Cowboys' Offensive Player of the Year. He was unstoppable a week ago with 4 touchdowns. It's the Cowboys and the Giants on Thursday night.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, boy, what a matchup. 2 NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they already have as many wins in the second half as they did in the first half, and we're just stuck. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And not much happening on the return as we'll get this to about the 23. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Right around the 34. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 31-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. That is caught by Lamb. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Throwing, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. From the red zone now, Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Prescott now on second down. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. Well, the Cowboys are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
Here we go now on first and goal. And again, it's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Puka Nakua with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field, and a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for Mixon last week, 13 carries, 84 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room, in the cold tub, trying to get his legs back for this game.
Here's 2nd and 8. This goes out wide from Mixon. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Well, short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Micah Parsons.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll drop to throw.
This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown.
A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Giants respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33.
2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know they're still...
That's caught inside the 20. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive.
Well, they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. Easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
This defense for the Cowboys, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
2nd and 9. Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target Lamb. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the 1st quarter as that's a 1st down. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the 2nd quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows, it'll actually overwhelm the defense. No matter what they do, he'll feel like they can't stop him.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Ferguson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Prescott. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Keep in mind they can still get a 1st down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And New York set to take the field. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Micah Parsons, his 2nd sack of the night. And that is the 3rd
third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. 2nd down, Prescott. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Prescott. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And the Giants ready to come out now. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up. Look at the big man rumble. And this is going to be brought back for a final return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And a rout is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Well, possession switching back to the New York Giants.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete here.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This is caught by Robinson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
A gain of 10 brings up third and inches.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Back to throw.
Has it to Hyatt on the out route.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
An option handoff here to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
So here are the Cowboys to take over.
Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now here's a throw that's complete. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
This, the second meeting of these 2 teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. Meanwhile, Dak's throw here into the hands of Moore.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 48-yard line.
They'll throw again. Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The coverage by Bobby Okereke.
Now Prescott.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
And this one quickly to Lamb.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 3.
At the 25-yard line.
Prescott now.
Pass complete there and threw it.
It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A good down to possibly take a shot. And, in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Throwing. Prescott.
Going right back to Ferguson. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Prescott.
He's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception? And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Kareem Hunt
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead.
And this is where you can't help but think about our friend, the coach, the late John Madden, because this was his kind of football right here. Line them up and let them get after it down in the trenches. And as a running back, you just need that one crease, one sign of daylight. He finds it, and he barrels into the end zone. Touchdown, coach, just like you would draw it up.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. And that one complete to Hodgins.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
High up there to grab it.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
3rd and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. In the 1 o'clock games, one that immediately catches the eye is in our nation's capital. A big test for the Washington Commanders, as they'll have to do battle with the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Out on the West Coast, more good stuff in the late afternoon as we'll be watching the game at SoFi Stadium. Well, it will be the Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football to wrap up the week between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, New York.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Second and 9.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this third quarter, but it's just not clicking right now, and it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
Prescott.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Here's a give up the middle. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Well, this might very well have been 4-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on 3rd down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Dak going to keep it on the draw.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 4.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his...
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Giants. And even 60 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. He'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
On play action, they'll throw.
To the sideline and incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one is Slayton over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 2-yard line.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Mixon. And this time he is in.
Joe Mixon
With career touchdown number 91, he joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Giants are able to claw one back.
Sanders on for the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Prescott from the gun. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Touchdown, Cowboys! DJ Moore, 57 yards.
And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And New York set to take the field.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And 3 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw here.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That is caught.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
To Daniel Bellinger. A gain of 16 yards.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Back to throw again.
Got his man in the crossing pattern. It's Slayton.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Overshown on the coverage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds downs, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Giants.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
This is caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Look good, though. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and... And he is in! Touchdown, Giants!
Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And out now come the Cowboys.
And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
64 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Pushing his way through. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
16 more on that one and another first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Now Prescott.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal? 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. And he will slide down with the first down for the moment. But a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
They'll drop to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it's second down.
A gain of 9 brings up second down at the 17.
They'll set up a throw.
Has it to Hyatt on the out route.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Here comes third and about a foot.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
They'll run with Mixon. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
125 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
And now out come the Giants.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards picking up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
A gain of 7. And the Giants first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Max Crosby bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
23 yards. First down, New York.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Well, they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 3rd down and 13. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit, because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them. Not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And he's got room.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Cowboys, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's another week, another loss as they fall now to 0-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.